Right, I think I've got the last bit of plastic I need. So I'll put it in the workshop with the rest of the shit. But I don't know, maybe I won't. That's just the bonnet. Focus, you fuck. Fucking size of it. Look, there's the car behind it. If you can see, oh you can, yeah. The windscreen's not that much smaller. Jesus. Right, the problem with being me is that people who answer stuff on forums generally only know it because they've read it on my site, or somebody's read it on my site and they're just parroting it back. So if I haven't done it, then no one answers my questions because nobody else has done it. So for example, I've just wasted 2 fucking weeks because I've got locking wheel nut. Well, it's not a locking wheel nut, it's a security bolt. And I looked all around the car for the key, couldn't find it. But in here, I did have the bolts that were removed, the bag, and the code. Thought, brilliant. Got onto Smart, said, there's the code, here's the part number. Can you order me a new adapter? No, we can't. We can order you a whole set of bolts with adapter. Yeah, that's fine, as long as it's going to be the same code number. Oh, no, it probably won't be. Well, that's not good then. It's not going to help me get my fucking wheels off then, is it? So I had to ask around, found a company called lockingwheelnutkey.co.uk. Contact them, showed them the photograph of the wheel bolt even, and sent them the code. They said, yeah, I'm pretty sure we can order that. Got through to them. They got back to me the next day, said, yeah, we can order that. It's cost me like 65 quid. However, from this point onwards, because somebody's going to read it on my fucking website, they'll go, have you looked to where the wheel nut key is usually hidden? Oh, is it? Oh, that'd be fucking nice, wouldn't it? So if you go in here, and pull that out of the way, you fucking pricks. Why can't you people do this shit on your own? Why is me you have to find the shit out? So now I've spent 65 quid on something I don't actually need. But it does mean at least I'll get these fucking wheels off. Right, we're back on it. The headlights, all the clips are broken, so that one just pulled out anyway. Gave me a bit of an opportunity to look behind it, see what was going on. Nothing's bent, nothing's really broken down there. There's a few bits of polished styrene, a tiny bit of shrapnel, but I think it's all from bits of plastic that I've already collected over there. Right, unfortunately, there's not a site that I can look at the moment that tells me how to take this off, so I've got to do it myself. So, I'm gonna, yeah, I'm guessing that what have I got now? More bits of broken plastic. It's nice. Anything important? Clips. Okay. More glass, obviously. Right, underneath here, we've got a little parking sensor of some sort, so disconnect that. There was clips under here that I've already taken out, so that's made life a bit easier. Yeah, there's a bolt up here, bolt there, and that should release this side. Hopefully Torx 25. Yep, Torx 25. I'll do this side on camera, and the other side I'll take photographs of the website so other people can follow it. That's giving me enough room to get to these screws anyway. I'm actually quite surprised. I mean, it's broken, but it's to be expected. It looks like it's designed to break. The plastic gets incredibly thin around there. I'm actually surprised that they're even ducting the air into the wheel arch. It's not doing anything. It's not cooling the brakes or anything, but it's something. And it looks like normally you take the bolt out of there. So there's a bracket that goes into the back of the bumper, and then that comes out. But in this case, it just falls out because it's a little bit broken. I'm sticking with the shrapnel box. Okay, I repeated that on the other side. It's actually very, very simple. There's a few sensors and stuff you have to unclip, and you have to disconnect the air duct things from the Brabus version. It could be the same with non-Brabus, I don't know. And it's just a case of simple as that. Again, with the Brabus one, I don't know about the other ones yet. You've got sensors there. They're ultrasonic sensors. I think it's for side impact. So if something's coming towards you, you go to pull out, it warns you, something like that. Then you've got the like standard reversing forward sensors, if that's a thing. I'll put this big thing over here with the other big things. Right, the main reason I took that off is because this thing. Let's see. I actually hold the polystyrene bit in with one of those one-way sort of clips that it's like a mouth. You push it on, it won't let go. So that's nice. One-way clips. Pricks. Smart, why'd you do that? Whilst I'm here, I've got a camera in the front of this, so that will need to be disconnected and unclipped. Or not. Well, it's not in great shape. Obviously it's been a bit of a crash, but you can glue polystyrene. I think I'll probably glue polystyrene. And the problem with working on crashed cars is you don't really know what was connected to what. Because this has got brackets and stuff attached to it. I mean, it looks like you've got clips on, which look like they go in. Maybe not. Right, this is a bit we've removed. Floppy. I'm still not quite sure about these bits. You've got one there, one there. there's nothing immediately obvious as to what they are, where they go. Unless they come up quite high, and then that clip goes into it, because that is sort of what is in that area. Yeah, so because that one's broken, we've got a new one. Only 39 quid. Obviously the fact that the plastic bits are made in China reflects in the price. You know, it's well made. And that bit goes into that. And then obviously they line up there. And until you put bolts in, it's not going to do much, but yeah, so that goes there. But again, we've got the broken bits there, and just these clips hanging around doing nothing. So probably have to go through this box of plastic, see if I can find anything that sort of makes sense. Because if I can, I'll just buy replacements and put them in. Yeah, until I get those bits, I can't really do much. But these parts, they screw in there, and there. Obviously it lifts all that up and holds that in place. Right, I found the all the bits for one side. It is actually quite a tall clip. That was the bit that was bolted to the bumper. And that sits on top of it up there. So you've got a little shelf for that bit to sit on. And as expected, there's a bit that sits on top that clip goes through. So I guess I need to buy 2 of those. Apart from that, it's just lots of bits of exploded plastic. It's bloody cold. I don't like it. We've got most of the bits we need. This smash up here, that smash bit there, we've now got replacement. The tower bracket things that come off the top, that's there and there. And this bracket that's slightly bent, I was hoping I could just get that bracket. Nope. Bit of a pain, but I mean, I could always just use the brackets. But I mean, despite that, you know, this is a massive great bit of steel. 200 quid. No complaints. I mean, looking at this, obviously it bolts through there. There are a few things bolted into it. So it might just be a case of get the arch liners out of the way, take those out of the way and unbolt a few things attached to it and slide the whole thing out. Right, after looking at it, there's a lot of stuff all connected to that, including like a cross member that this all connects to, and I'm sure underneath there, that's where the front motor attaches to. So since this leg is actually okay and it is just these brackets, I'm going to undo that, that one, this one, take this bar off, drill these out, and I'll replace this one with that one over there. Probably even put the actual front bar on, replace that one. Although it doesn't look damaged, I might as well, since I've got a new one. That's a 15mm, they're 10s. I have to save the plastic bits in the end as well. What I'll do is, obviously I haven't got a rivet gun that will do those, so I'll just replace those with high tensile bolts of some sort. So you can get inside the frame rail to bolt it all in, and then this part just goes over the front of it and covers it all up. Right, all of these fixings are HT 10.9, so don't you start going throwing in your mild steel chrome Chinesium in there. They've got to be half decent. Right, there's a pair of inserts that drop in, aluminium, and like I believe, oh no, that's aluminium as well. I lie. It feels heavy enough to be steel though. Yeah, the original bar is absolutely perfect. Right, that one is okay. Yeah, I mean, it's damaged both ends, but it's not just totally destroyed. I'll probably just leave that as it is. If I can find those bits of plastic, I'll repair it, but right, I've just got to work out how to get these out. Right, the inside bolts are 10mm, and the rest you'll have to drill and or file off. Well, I found the bits. They're not too bad. Obviously glue's not going to be much of a help, but I think we glued it, drilled it, filled it full of glue, zip tied it. You know, it's only holding that in position, and that side is the correct position, and this side has got the split, so it's taking off any pressure on that side. So it's only got to bring it forward to about there, so I can live with that. As I said before, I'm not interested in making this like show spec or how it was from the factory. I'm quite happy to have battle scars all over it. Makes it more interesting. So I was always worried about owning a car that cost this much and then driving it into London with all the idiot drivers and leaving it in a car park with all the idiot parkers. But you know, if it's already damaged, it only cost me half the price. It's not really a major issue. Right, I've been trying a few things to get these off. Now these are, I'm taking out, they are Super Duty rivets. They're in an 8mm hole. And at first I thought I'd just grind the tops off like you do with a standard rivet and punch it through. Then I tried drilling them. It sort of worked. It takes a little bit of the stuff out of the middle, and eventually I had to resort to big boy grinder. And even then, it's not exactly the easiest thing. You have to grind the top off, and then you can just see in the centre there, it's actually two parts. You pop the middle part out and you have to pop the outside part out. That's a lot of hammering. The other issue is, those two, nice and easy to get to. Those two, not great. Two under here. Not looking forward to those ones at all. Okay, I've got it down to a fine art. Those middle bits can actually be knocked out. So if you've got a punch, get in there, give them a good whack, and they pop out. Then drill, 8mm drill, down the middle of it, and then you should be able to just knock them out. If you can't, then just get in from the back with a little chisel and knock the backs off. When you knock the middles out, that's what you get. So I've placed the new bracket in place, and all the high tensile screws that I've got with the new one, I've mixed and matched the older new ones. I'm just going to use them in there, underneath there, around the back there. I'm going to throw a few washers on, nuts, and most importantly, if you haven't got the Nylock ones that don't come off themselves, a bit of thread lock, stop it all coming off. Right, I got a bit carried away. That's all in. I've put the brackets on the end there. That's looking a lot more like that side, a lot less squashed. I put the bolts in from the wrong side, which just made it easier. And I don't know if you noticed, but I sprayed it with a bit of grey paint, and it matches perfectly. You can almost not even notice it's been sprayed. It's got these front bumper risers. Obviously, if you can speak Italian, there you go. It does say right on it. Now, right isn't as you're looking at the car. It's you're inside the car looking out. So that goes that side, which makes sense because the screws line up. If on that side, it wouldn't. So I'm going to stick these in if I can find the other one. Yeah, brackets are on. There's a lot of slop in these. So there's you can adjust them. I've left them loose so I can make sure I'm in the right place before I tighten them up. And I'm just going to fix this little brake here. Just going to drill, cut holes in there, zip tie it together. There you go, that's the pair of little zip ties in there. Not going to bother with that. There's a little bit of stress in it, so I took out the broken bits. The rest of it seems alright. Let's refit it. Now I just need to know where all this went. Yeah, okay, slides into that and connects to those. That's a start. I think I'll probably have to look at some old footage for this, because I believe that's the front impact sensor. So you don't want that up the wrong way. You certainly don't want to be moving it around with the cars on, not unless you want everything to burst inside the car. Right, I'm getting really bored of this now. I keep putting things in the car and then finding something else that goes behind that bit. I managed to get that bit on without taking the crash bar off again. That wasn't actually too hard. There's only 2 screws up, hidden up behind there. But I just put this in place. That sits in there. And then I found that bit. I was trying to work out where it went, and then realised that that was for the towing eye. And to get that to line up, yeah, it has to push into the back of this. Just like that. Now that goes on like that. It's fine. I'll tell you what, this car could easily be 20 centimetres shorter. So the crash bar finishes there, so you'd only have to have a little bit of polystyrene and the bumper. But then you've got all of that. Bumper probably comes out to about there. Why? Now this bit, I'm pretty sure that that is the front impact sensor, but it doesn't go around that way because there's flash lines in the way. It can't go that way. It can't go that way because that's in the way. So the way you can really go in is that way around, but it's not really something you want to get wrong, is it? Because if that's around the wrong way, the airbags might not go off if you're in a crash. And if you've got the car on and you start messing around with that and you give it a little whack, the entire inside of the car explodes into millions of bits. And all of a sudden you've got a $3,000 bill replacing all the airbags and the seat belts and the dashboard and all that sort of shit. So always have your car turned off if you're messing around with this. And we'll definitely have to double check old footage and hope that I can double check the position of that on there, because I really, really don't want to get that wrong. There's nothing that actually holds that in place. So the bumper has got some tabs on the back of it that push into little slots there and there, so it'll keep that in place. I mean, it's sandwiched between that bit and the car anyway. Just that bit flapping around. You can always zip tie if you really wanted to. All I've got, I'm getting a bit bored of this, to be honest. Got the lower lip that goes underneath the car. Around there somewhere. That has to be connected to the front bumper. But the front bumper, come on mate, the lower part of it has got a little crack. And luckily enough, it's got more than a little crack. It's got horrendous gouges in it, but I don't really care about that. Oh, that's a bonus. I've just realised what for these are for. I was getting a bit concerned that I was not going to remember, but I think most of them are for sensors. Because on the inside of that are the ultrasonic sensors, and this one's got the parking sensors. Yeah, so this plastic it's fairly robust. It's probably 2.5 3 mil thick. So we'll be able to do like a decent plastic repair. I've just got to find the plastic repair stuff. I just clipped everything back in again because it had popped out slightly. I was just looking at that. That's obviously for putting numplate on. That's ugly as fuck. Like, what are they thinking? So instead, how about we don't have it on the car? Because yeah, it just looks hideous. And if you take it off, well, yeah, the main reason I took it off is because all the clips are broken on mine and it's all bent over the corner. But yeah, once you've got an unplate on there, that will hide those bits. You won't have all this extra bit of plastic unnecessarily coming off the edge. So I'm tempted to leave that off, I think. It looks better than having a big block of plastic hanging off the front of it. And surprisingly, despite all the extra damage, everything seems to be damaged fairly high up. The front-facing camera, that's okay. Radar, that's okay. And all of the little parking sensors, they seem to be alright as well. Right, so yeah, I've got a little split there, but then once I've got the bumper put back together again, that will hold that. So I'll probably put a bit of heat into it, push that back in, and once it's reconnected to the bumper, I'll do a bit of plastic repair to that. But this one, it's already put a little bit of heat into it because it was like yawed right over. It's sort of come back in again. Just going to release a little bit of the stress down this end. Drill a little hole to stop the crack from spreading. That'll allow me to bring it back over. What I'll do is, again, I'll drill a hole each side, bring it in with a zip tie, and then I'll get the what a mess. A plastic repair welder, and I'll show you that working in a bit. Right, I've got the hole drilled at the end to stop the crack spreading. Got zip ties in, pulling it together. Got it on flat ground. This is the plastic welder. It's a hot electric stapler. You'll have 4 different types of staples. You've got outside corner, inside corner, and these are the 2 main ones that you normally use. This one you'll put along a crack that direction, and that one you put along a crack that direction. Just stop it pulling apart. All you do is you stick in the end, place it where you want it to go, you press the button and you wait for it to start melting. See, it starts melting in, give it a little twist and let go. Just let the plastic set. There you go, and that is put the staple inside. So all we've got to do is just do a run of them along there. I'll show you what's next. There you go, I've got load of sideways, loads of longitudinal ones. Now obviously you've still got these spiky bits out, so you need to go through, and these do absolutely rock it off, so mind your eyes. You near hear me hitting the ceiling. Safety squids, definitely advised. Right, that's those all cut off. It's worth remembering they are still sharp, so be careful of those. You could leave it like that if you wanted to. I'll show you the other side in a bit. Now, optionally, you get this end. Now this is like a hot spatula, and you can actually heat it up and sort of redistribute the plastic around it, just to make sure these don't pop out. And if you really wanted to, I mean, I've got white here, but you can use old zip ties. That's why I always keep the ends thrown over there. You can actually use the zip ties, use the heat and mould the bits of zip tie in just to reinforce the area. There you go, I've melted a load of old zip tie into it. I can try and see the other end. You still see the zip ties coming through. Now that is rock solid. If you really wanted to, you can take out the zip ties, which adds a little bit of extra strength. You can always fill the hole up as well with a bit of molten plastic, but yeah, nobody's going to see it. Yeah, I'm not particularly bothered about all this sort of damage. That'll just clip all back in again, I suppose. Seems to be hanging out a bit. Yeah, the thing is, if it's not damaged, then I'll just damage it myself. So, a little bit of glue. I'll just leave it scuffed. Get that back in there. Yeah, that was the other crack. It's not too bad. Once the bumper's put on there, you'll clip in there and there, pull that together. You probably won't even see that. Right, well, my phone's running out of battery, so I'm going to cut it there. It's currently just gone 6 o'clock, so it's dinner time. Yeah, I've pretty much broken the back of everything that he's doing on there. What I've got to do is refit all the bumpers parts, fix the headlights, and put the screen in and the bonnet. But that's for next weekend, I think. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe, and also share it if you're in a group with people who would be interested in watching me suffer trying to rebuild this thing, spending far too much money on parts. And yeah, share the videos, because that does help. I'm on Patreon if you want to see this stuff early. If you don't, then you're tight arseholes.